Good morning, students. This is Swapna. Today's our Java topic is random class. Random class is used to generate the random numbers. To generate the random numbers, first we have to create the instance of class or object of the class to invoke the predefined methods. Predefined methods are next int, next double, next long, next float, like that, etc. are there. Using that instance, we can invoke that predefined methods. By that predefined methods, it generates the random numbers types of integers, double, float, next, long, like boolean using this class. So we can pass the parameters, we can pass the arguments to the methods for placing an upper bound on the range of the numbers to be generated. For example, next int 6. Here I gave them an example. Next int within the braces 6. It will generate the numbers in the range of 0 to 5, both 0 to 5. So that is the example. Here I gave the example. See, using this to use that random class, first we need to import the util package and predefined random class. That's why we are importing java.util.random class. After that we are creating the public class generate random. Within the main function we are writing the code. So here to create the object of random class, we are using the statement random rand new random. So rand is our instance of random class or object of the random class. Through that we can invoke the predefined methods of any data type, integer, float, or double, or long, anything to generate the random numbers. Here next two statements are integer type of two variables are declared, rand underscore int1, rand underscore int2 integer data types. So this in these variables we are assigning some values the values which will generated by the next int. Rand next int is invoking that next int method, predefined method, and here we are given the upper bound of 1000 means it can generate the random integers in the range of 0 to 99. That value is stored into the variable of rand underscore int1. Like that, second statement is also there. By using the same predefined method, it can generate the random integers in the range of 0 to 999. So that is also stored in the type of integer, second integer type of variable, that rand underscore int. So two random numbers are generated and assigned to the variables of int1 and int2. Now whatever the assigned values, random number values are there, that we want to print. So for that we are using the system.out.println statements, random integers rand underscore int1. It prints that first random generated numbers. Next statement prints next random generated number. Next one generate the random doubles, two statements. That's why they are invoking the next double predefined method and storing into the variables of dub1 and dub2. So to print that, once again system.out.println dub1 and dub2. So whatever the values, random values generated integer type are assigned to the first two statements and printed. Next one, double values are generated and assigned to the variables that we printed within this code. So this is the output. These random generated numbers may be different for everyone because it generates randomly within that range. So first two statements to generate the integer type of, we specified the range within the 0 to 999. It generates the one random integer number. So second statement, second also same thing, within that range only it generate the random integer number. So these may be different for everyone because every time it chooses the random numbers. Next also double type of numbers. Here we are not specified any range. So any type of double data type of numbers may be generated and displayed. So this is about the random class. Next we are going to learn about the Java scanner class. Generally it is used to read the input from the input devices. Maximum time input device is keyboard. So for this used class is scanner class, which is present in the util package. So the Java scanner class breaks the input into tokens using a delimiter as a white space. If you are not specifying any delimiter, then generally whenever it is reading the data from input, that divides into the tokens using delimiter, white space using as a delimiter. So it provides the some methods to read the values The simplest way to get the input in Java is this one only. Java Scanner class extends the object class, which is the superclass of every Java class, and implements the iterator and closable interfaces. Iterator is to traverse through the elements and tokens. Closable interface is it is used to close that whatever the connection is opened for to take the input from the input device. So to close that one, here we are using closable interface. So commonly used scanner class methods are these. I gave with the description. Public string next, it returns the next token from the scanner class. Public string next line, it moves the scanner position to the next line. Next byte means it scans the next token as byte. Next start means it scans the next token as the short value. Next int means it scans the next token as integer value. Next long means it scans the next token as the long value, float value, double value. Every time whatever the token came from the input, depending upon the invoking method, it reads that type, reads like that data type. So here is the example. First, for every program, we need to first import the predefined packages. So java.util.scanner class created the new class with the name scanner test, whatever the code we are writing within the main. So to invoke the predefined methods, first we need to create the object. So that is scanner SC. SC is the object, and within the constructor what we need to initiate means keyboard. Initiate the input device keyboard. System.in is used to initiate that keyboard. After that, here we have to print as one statement at the output at the terminal is enter your roll number. Next, after that statement, this will program will take with the input take the input from the reader by using the sc.nextInt, by invoking the next int. So whatever the token typed on that keyboard, it scans as integer and it assigns to the integer type of variable roll number, because their specified data type is int. Roll number data type is int. So it scans whatever the token comes from the input device keyboard, scans as in integer and it assigns to the roll number. Next, automatically some printed statement is enter your name by using the next predefined method sc.next. Through that next method, it scans the whatever the token comes from the keyboard and assigns to the name variable, which is the data type of string. And the next statement is enter your fee. That statement automatically prints because it is specified in the println method. Next, by using the sc.next double method, it invokes that one and it scans the whatever the token from the keyboard as a double, and it assigns to the fee variable, which is the data type of double. So whatever till now tokens taken from the keyboard, that here we want to print. So that's why system.out.println roll numbers in the capital letters, and here we are assigning the variable roll number, which is a data type of integer, and name variable, which is a data type of string, as trying to print fee, which is a data type of double, that we are trying to print here. After that, we are closing the connection to the keyboard. So what is the output? Whatever you entered, that will come as roll number and Ratan and fees, like that. Next type of class is Java calendar class. Next class is Java calendar class. Java calendar class is an abstract class that provides the method for converting the date between a specific instant in time and set of calendar fields such as month, year, hour, etc. It inherits the object class and implements the comparable interface. It extends the object class, which is a superclass for every Java class, and it implements the comparable interface, which is used to compare with the present date. So Java calendar class declaration and like this: public abstract class calendar extends the object, implements the serializable, clonable, comparable calendar. Comparable calendar means comparable contains the one parameter, that is calendar, present with it compares with the present date, and clonable, which is used to create the copy. Serializable converting the objects into the byte string. So that is the use of serializable. Here is the example. Java calendar class example. First statement, as it is, we are importing the util package. Import java.util calendar. Public class calendar example is our example name. Writing the code within the main function, so that's why we are specified the main function. After that, creating the object that is a small letters calendar. First with the capital letter starting calendar is the class name. Calendar dot get instance means it gives the current date, current date information. Now here we are trying to print that one correctly. Current date means system.out.println calendar get. Through that object we are invoking the predefined method get time. Get time will give the exact date and time. So next one, calendar, adding that one. Calendar dot date minus 15 means whatever the date we are trying to add and print, that one is 15 days ago. It will checks and gives the 15 days ago date correctly, so that we are printing. Next one is we are adding that to the particular object is month 4 months later, that we are getting. So next one, calendar year 2 years later. 2 years later, here we are getting that one. So see this one. Current date is January 19th and time that is given there with the time. Thursday, January 19th, 18.47.02 seconds and 2017. So after that, 15 days ago date is January 4th. Current date is January 19 at that time, and 15 days ago date is January 4th, and day, time, and everything will display. 4 months later means after the Jan, May month will come and exact date it will print. 2 years later means after the 2 years of the 17 prints the date of that one. So every time it compares and it will give as the output. This is about the calendar class. Today's class ends here. Here in this video we covered the 3 classes: random class, scanner class, and calendar class. Random class is mainly used to generate the random numbers, and scanner class is mainly used to take the input from the keyboard, and calendar classes gives the present day, date information, time information, as well as if you want to get that previous information or future information comparing with the present date also, it will give that one, and by using the calendar class. Today's video ends here. Thank you.